Greetings, people of Earth. My name is the Dalek Supreme, and welcome back to Dalek Reviews. Today, we review episode 7, Kablam, written by Peter McTighe, whatever that says. So this episode entails a mysterious message arrives in a package addressed to the Doctor, leading her and her friends to investigate the warehouse moon of Kandoka, and home to the galaxy's largest retailer, Kablam. Not to be confused with the Tandoka scale, which was in 2009 with the bees disappearing. So we cut to the Doctor, catching the mysterious message, and they find out that it's a robot of some kind. Well, it's a delivery bot from the Kandoka moon of Kablam. They call it a kerblam man, and Graham thought the Doctor was just making noises and words up. However, she knows what she is talking about. So then the Doctor opens a parcel and guess what she finds? Guess what she finds, guys? She finds a fez. Yeah, the fez returns. I mean, wow, isn't that exciting, guys? I'm like, wow, the fez returns, and of course, the bubble wrap. Of course, Ryan picks up a bubble wrap, which will be quite foreshadowing later. Anyway, so the Doctor, what the hell? So the Doctor arrives on Kablam with her friends and meets this woman called Judy. They pretend to, one second, Kai. They, pretend to, you know, take a, they decide to sign up for the enrollment and the job. What I mean is, they decide to enroll as co-workers at Kablam, only to find out that the mysterious somethings, or whatchamacallit, of which the Kablam men refuse to speak. Then, they are sort of introduced to the induction room, where it would seem that they scan people, basically. That's what they do. Yep. And then so originally they used to have organic workers, or humans as they like to call them, but it would seem the Doctor is still optimistic about all of this, about the Kablam men. And they're introduced to the job establishment. They get introduced to the dispatching room, which will be very foreshadowing. So we're introduced to the dispatching room, which will be relevant later on in the episode. So later on, the Doctor and Dr. Ryan and Yaz and Graham all split up to ask many of the co-workers questions about the stuff going on, the things, ask some questions about the mysterious disappearances of which the Kablam men refuse to speak of. It was kind of like how the Ood did, but it's more robotic, yeah. So, the Doctor and Yaz, decide to, pretend to work in the, parcel delivery room, where they ask this woman called Kira, some very interesting questions about basically about the stuff going wrong. So while they were asking Kira about the questions about the mysterious robots that were very secretive, Yaz meets this man. His name was called Dan. Dan the man. Dan the man. Yes, indeed. So yeah, Yaz meets Dan, who finds out that he's a dad, and wishes he could go home and tell how much he loves his daughter. And while that's happening, Graham, it's what? Weather again? Why the weather? Why is it always raining all of a sudden? The bloody weather, honestly. Anyway, So Graham, he meets this man named Charlie. He seems like a very interesting person, Charlie, and so yeah. No, wait, no, that's before. But um, we then cut to some no, wait, no. We find out later that Kablam isn't all charming, isn't all happy and joyful, because sooner or later there was a bit of a power cut and a bit of a shutdown, and then we're introduced to the boss of Kablan. Well, one of the bosses of Kablan. His name is Java. His name's Java Slade, or Mr. Slade as people call him. And once again, as soon as he comes in, the Doctor asks him questions about the mysterious somethings and whatchamacallits of which the Kablan men refuse to speak of. Basically, people disappearing, because and later yes, indeed. Then later, after they meet Mr. Slade, what's his name is, Kira then give some very interesting information that startles the Doctor. He said, no wait, she said that last year, one of their friends, Zaf, was fired, but no one knew what happened to him. Yeah, no one knew what happened to one of Kira's friends. Yes, indeed. Now that startled the Doctor, because, yeah, indeed, this may be linking with the mysterious somethings, or whatchamacallits, of which the Kablan men refuse to speak of. But as soon as Dan meets a defective Kablan man, another Kablan man came up behind him and basically captured him, took him as a prisoner, basically. Yas started to notice that something was going wrong. Yeah, as well. Oh yeah, then later, Graham was introduced to Charlie and some other worker drones. He's kind of a funny character of the group, this Charlie man. Indeed. He like the others, Graham asked Charlie some questions, and once again, Graham is very optimistic by all of this. Oh, yes, indeed. Then as they're talking to each other, there's like some kind of electrical surge, which I think has some to do with the mysterious disappearances. Then, they regroup and find the intel they have found, and they Yaz told the doctor that Dan was taken. And then wait. After they find out what's after that. Wait a minute. Oh, whoa. Yeah, indeed. Yes, indeed. Then the doctor asks Graham to give him a task to the doctor gives Graham a task to find out the history of the company. Then wait, what next? Then the doctor and the others tell the they tell Judy and Mr. Slade about the intel they have found about the robots kidnapping and murdering people. And so yeah, indeed, and then the doctor tells Judy and Mr. Slade that if they don't find what's going on with Kablam, she will hold she will hold them personally responsible for the casualties that have been caused, because personally no casualty should be treated badly. They need to show respect to customers, basically. And then so the Graham then asks asks Charlie some questions about the place, and also about Kira, because it would seem Charlie has sort of a very good relationship with her. Yeah, indeed. And later, let me just speed this up. Here it is. Okay, so later, as they're going down the lift, after they leave Mr. Slade's office, the doctor mentions about made a very good mention about the Unicorn and the Wasp, which was in fact the greatest episode of Doctor Who ever, which was made exactly when I came out in Series 4. So the Doctor, Yaz and Ryan break into Mr. Slade's office and find that most of the employees who have disappeared. Wait a minute. Indeed, yes. Yeah, they have found out that they found Mr. Slade's paperwork of every single employee who has disappeared recently because of the Kablam men. Then Judy catches them stealing into the office, and they tell Judy that all of the people have been disappearing because of these Kablam men, and she thinks it's no accident. Indeed, Judy thinks they're industrial spies, but it seems not. So yes, they've been. Mr. Slade has been keeping files on workers who have disappeared recently, and it says that the first person to disappear was 4 months ago. So yeah, every month they keep disappearing, basically. Then the Doctor finds this machine. It's a system, and it would seem that this system is hacking into the control panel. It is hacking into every single robot, or teammate as they call them. And are set to kill anybody on sight. Of course, Judy thinks that this is bad and it could make their company go bankrupt. And oh, wait a minute. Then later, Kira gets called by the teammates, and she gets taken down into into some kind of cell. And the Doctor, as usual, tinkers with a machine called Twirly. Yeah, reminds me of Rusty, that betrayer of Daleks. So then Ryan, Yaz and Charlie go down the dispatch room, which I told you that was relevant to the story. So they went down there, and they found out that it was massive. It was like the thing. Basically, they sort of recreated the scene from Toy Story 2, where, you know, where that battle scene with the Prospector and Woody. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, so yeah, it was kind of epic. Yeah, there was not one bit that I didn't find boring. It was good. Yeah, indeed. So then, they hook Twirly up to the, system where, yeah, they hook Twirly up to the system, and, patch it, yeah, Twirly up to the system, and, yeah, so I can retrieve and understand what is happening with the robots. But suddenly, Twirly accidentally gets an electrical shock, basically. Yes, indeed. So, the Doctor gets the same mysterious message previously, and then we cut to Ryan, Yaz, and Charlie, who are nearly entering the room where they're supposed to be, only to get past the disinfection and the hygiene defense, until they reach the foundation level where Kira is kept. Then, suddenly, so yeah, they find the foundation level, and it's not all that promising, I must say. But then, later, we find, Mr. Slade again, which they suddenly teleport and take. Indeed, yes. Yes. We suddenly cut to Mr. Slade trying to shoot the Doctor once again, but it would seem that, well, trying to hold a gun to the Doctor, but she once again tried to disable him, basically, sort of. So they inform Mr. Slade that the robots are being hacked into, and he's worried that the system is being corrupted. So the Doctor and his friends, her friends, why is it always raining? Why is it all... goddamn weather. Where was I? So yeah, they find out what's happening with the co-workers. They're being liquefied. And that's dangerous. And of course, they find the robot army set to destroy them, or set to destroy the universe. However, Kira, unbewildered by all of this, opens a parcel directly delivered to her. Yes. The Doctor says that the robots are being held back, but they don't have any weapons. But, however, they find out that their weapon is the bubble wrap! The bubble wrap The bubble wrap inside the parcels have miniature bombs inside them, which can kill people as soon as you say Bob's your uncle. Once it pops, you go pop. Basically, once it pops, you go pop. Basically, and that's exactly what happened to Kira. And we find out that indeed, we find out that what's his name? Charlie is behind this whole incursion and setting to destroy all of them. All of the universe. Because, frankly, it would seem Charlie has had enough of being a lower class citizen and wanting to destroy them all people, not just him. He just wants to rule the universe and make sure that he is the only one there, anyone in the universe willing enough to stop him. But regrettably, Charlie activates the bomb, but the Doctor is not able to stop it. However, the Doctor remembers that she has a little robot called Twirly, and Twirly hacks into the system to deliver the robot's parcels to themselves, where they can pop, where they use the bubble wrap for their own advantage. That is a clever one this time, my dear Doctor. Then, for some reason, Charlie decides to sacrifice himself because he knows what he is doing is wrong. But it would seem the Doctor managed to get back to the top floor with their friends, and Mr. Slade and Judy say that they're just going to use people instead of robots, like in Royal Mail, which is also a great post office. Also Amazon as well. But yeah, so the episode ends with Graham picking up the bubble wrap, but I think that bubble wrap is going to be relevant in episode 10, because I have a feeling that Graham is going to die. So, in the next one, we're hunting witches. So, my points, my good bits and bad bits. So, the good bits, must say, Lee Mack, pretty funny. I must say, once again, the Doctor was the Doctor again, being quirky, solving crimes throughout the universe. Then, once again, Yaz and Ryan, they were the classic comedy as usual. Graham, yep, good. Once again, very caring, very opinionative. Yeah. Indeed, yes, indeed. Must say, the guy, must say, what was his name? Must say, the robots, very scary, that's what I must say. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, very good, very funny. Yes, very interesting. Yeah, indeed. Must say, Ryan was the sort of action hero as usual. Well, wouldn't say. He was kind of like Mickey Smith as usual. Then, what next? What next? Also, must say once again the screening. Must say there was a lot of darkness about it. It was very spooky, very effervescent. Well, very dark, I must say. What else? What else? What else was good about it? Must say, what else? Good point. Good point. What else is there? Must say, yeah, Judy was quite good. She was quite good. Interesting actress. Yes, interesting set of characters this time. Must say it was very different. Then so yeah, indeed. What else? Maybe let's not talk about it. Don't want to talk about the bad bits. The bad Ethiopia. No, no, I will not. Just kidding, I will. Must say, Mr. Slade, he wasn't good. He was kind of a dick, that's what I thought. Yeah, kind of like that. That's what I've been informed of. Then, so here are the bad bits. Don't typical bosses who just care about money and not anything else. It's like Mr. Henry Van Staten who just wanted to touch the stars. No, he just wanted to drag the stars down and stick them underground and underneath tons of sand and dirt and label them. He's about far from as stars as he can get. Sorry, I was quoting something from Ninth Doctor. Must say, the villain in this wasn't really a villain, more of an anti-hero. More like an unlikely hero. Not really, not really a very good one. Yeah. Anyway, What else? What else? But yeah, I think that's it. So if there's anything else good or bad in the comments below, please type them, because I would want to know. And also, at the end of this series, I'm going to be doing a reading your comments series. Basically, I need to read your comments and basically I'll be liking or disliking them. So basically, type anything for the end of the series. Reading your comments episode. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in my next one. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, for goodness sake, the rain again! Why? Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Dalek Supreme YouTube channel.